When discussing sex, she felt just as much a freak among liberals as among conservatives. Women like Louise and Claire strike me as like Neo at the beginning of The Matrix, just the first movie before things got terrible. They've got this little splinter in their minds telling them something is wrong with their sex lives. Their doubts won't go away and are driving them crazy. Most of the books on the shelf are telling them this is somehow their fault, that they'll feel better if they gather more self-confidence, more techniques and tips, more experience. But even most of us who've read all the books and tried all, or at least most of the tips, are still plagued by insecurity. Individual solutions don't heal our sex lives because the biggest problems we're facing aren't individual. They're systemic. We don't need a pill to make us want sex more. We need a world where straight men aren't almost 50% more likely to have an orgasm with a partner than straight women are. We need universal access to quality sex education. We need a media ecosystem shimmering with portrayals of three-dimensional women who get to be sexual on their own terms. We need rape to be rare and swiftly punished. We need a new cultural definition of masculinity. We need a government that recognizes our autonomy over our own bodies. We're living in a particular moment that I like to call the era of fauxpowerment, a time when shiny pictures of individual women wielding some symbol of sexual power are used to distract us from the still mostly retrograde and misogynist status quo. Empowerment is an unstable illusion requiring constant upkeep. We look externally for cues on how to behave sexually because we're not yet free to trust our own instincts, or sometimes even to hear them. Fauxpowerment is the matrix. It's all around us, whether we're looking right, toward abstinence-only sex ed programs and anti-choice politicians, or left to rah-rah sex cheerleading and raunchy pop culture. It's Kenneth Branagh selling his Cinderella reboot as modern because Cinderella says the word courage a lot, even though she's just as passive as in the classic animated version. It's Anastasia Steele in 50 Shades of Grey portrayed as choosing her choice while she's stalked and abused by a controlling billionaire. Fauxpowerment is Meghan Trainor's hit song, Dear Future Husband, a sample lyric. After every fight, just apologize and maybe then I'll let you try and rock my body right. That's fauxpowerment in a nutshell, sexism with bright colors and a funky beat. It's like that mythical nail-polished J-Law's American Hustle character Rosalind is on the hunt for, the one that smells like flowers, but with garbage. Our current sexual culture is built on the rotten foundations of a gutted, aging, unfinished sexual revolution, but it's got a bright candy-colored coat of paint slapped on top. From a distance, it looks like a cheery and fun place to hang out. Once we're a little closer, we can see how treacherous it is, but most of us climb on board anyway, because we don't see any other option. Advertisements do some of fauxpowerment's most enthusiastic cheerleading these days, especially when they feature real women. Don't worry, these campaigns tell us. Even if you don't look like a model, you too can be ogled. More surprising are the respected, even wonky feminists contributing faux-powered messages to the zeitgeist. Naomi Wolf recently wrote a whole book, Vagina, a New Biography, about how every straight woman needs deep, slow, regular G-spot stimulation, ideally with a penis, to be truly self-actualized. Fauxpowerment is why women are confused about sex. Fauxpowerment is why we're unsatisfied. It's the reason why we feel that disconnect between the sexuality we experience and the one pop culture tells us we're experiencing. Why few of us are as secure in our sex lives as we think we're supposed to be. Every day, we're being sold an idea of empowerment and pushed away from the actual power to support it. Telling us to value ourselves more is not the answer. We need to create a culture in which we have more actual value. The question, of course, is how to go about doing that. Breaking free of fauxpowerment is not easy, even when it looks that way and even if we're trying really, really hard. That Matrix analogy is no joke. It's hard to see a system clearly when we're trapped in it. But that's just what I plan to do in the chapters that follow. Expose the way cultural forces like economics, government, technology, and the law are perpetuating the culture of women's sexual fauxpowerment, and explore how